It was like two people that hadn't seen each other in ever so long, but absolutely knew each other despite the amount of time that went by. I went to school on Long Island, and that's when I got pregnant. I was 15, and at that time, it wasn't attractive to be pregnant. We didn't have, teen moms on TV, and I probably was the only person I knew that was pregnant and didn't have, maybe an abortion. Now, still adoption was very foreign. I knew only one other girl there that was considering adoption. And at the time, I guess I really thought she was selfish. Week after week, I started to really come to grips with the fact that I was the one being selfish and that there was absolutely no way at 15 I was going to be able to raise a child. So that's when she first suggested that I consider adoption. And on the day that I placed him, I put him in the outfit and they brought me in a room and we said goodbye. And I still can remember seeing the two double doors closing and knowing that that was the last time I might see my son. I was able to send him a letter. And back then, we didn't have photocopiers. So I wrote a letter and I wrote a copy for myself. And the adoptive couple said that they would give him this letter. And in the letter, I told him that I would be registered in Albany if he ever wanted to look for me. And I explained how much I loved him, but how necessary I felt that, his future would be so much better if I could provide a more stable lifestyle through other parents. And one day, by fate, I got a phone call, and the lady on the other end said, "Are you Kim Noeth? Did you place a son many years ago and put him in a little blue outfit? Did he have beautiful blue eyes and blonde hair?" And I dropped the phone and I just immediately was bawling. I mean, that was probably the first real connection I had had with the situation in all those years. And within hours, we were speaking to each other. I said, "I'll know my son if he has my letter." And the person on the other end, my son, said, "I found a letter when I was 17 and my parents had it hidden. And I photocopied it and I put it away. And I've saved it all these years, hoping that maybe we would find each other again." And he started to read me my letter. And line by line, we read the letter to each other verbatim. And it was such a special moment. We began to get to know each other, first through phone. And then we planned that I was going to go to California and I was going to see him for the very first time. And he and his partner were there at the airport waiting for me. And it was the most incredible day of my life. We went places together and did things together. And the most incredible part of it was that even though we didn't grow up together, there was still so much of me in him. And it just shows you how much of your spirit goes on in another person. And I felt like a piece of my soul came back to me. And I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, having gone back in the world and seeing that not a whole lot has changed for these women that have placed, that it's my goal and passion to be sure that these women get resources however possible. And I've been busy at creating a variety of resources to reach them in a way that, they can be helped so that they can go on to live, a life of joy, knowing that they did make a decision, the best decision at the time in those circumstances that they could have made for the love of their child.